Despite being booted from the Invictus Games, the Meghan Markle PR is in overdrive. Windswept, she leaked to the paparazzis as she arrived back on a private jet after leaving Prince Harry behind.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an explosive revelation from none other than Lady Collin Campbell. She's spilling the royal tea on a... and it could change everything for Prince Harry. Is Harry trapped in a royal nightmare?
Of course, she had to post about it on Instagram. Taste of Canada and the Invictus Games for our little ones, cheering you on from home. But this departure does mean that Meghan and Harry are not together for Valentine's Day. He'll be happy he had to take a day off after all of the madness in Vancouver and Whistler to recover from the difficult period with his wife. But check this out. They are so desperate to prove everything is okay, they are now even briefing the media about their Valentine's gift. Hello, magazine, this time. So what is really going on? The woman who knows is Lady Collin Campbell, and I am delighted she joins me now. And Lady C, I have to say, you are looking very beautiful today. You're dressed up.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
And what's really going on behind palace doors? Stay tuned, because this is... Before we dive in, make sure to tap the notification bell so you stay updated on all the latest royal bombshells. Let's get into it. Lady C's explosive claims.
Listen, I have some news for you.
Oh, good.
William and Catherine are arriving in Mystique today.
Wow.
So let's be the first to go with that.
Brilliant. Oh, how nice for them.
They're joining her parents.
And would that be their first holiday, Lady C, since her cancer diagnosis? Certainly foreign holiday.
Yeah.
Well, I think she deserves that. I think she deserves that because she has been doing some absolutely incredible work since her comeback, visiting a prison this week. And I'm going to admit I'm a little bit jealous because I wouldn't mind having some winter sun. Lady C, right about now. It's the perfect time to go. And look, I mean, goodness, I guess their picture of happiness on holiday in Mystique for Valentine's Day, in stark contrast with Harry and Meghan, who had this terrible few days at the Invictus Games where they were unable to control a lot of their emotions, even in public. And now we're meant to believe that it's all fine, even though they're spending Valentine's Day apart. What are you hearing, Lady C?
Well, I'm actually hearing it's all very up and down, but also she didn't go back totally because they were rowing, which of course we all know they were. And, you know, I mean, she can't even contain her disdain would be a better word, of him, even in public now. So, I mean, the photographs that have captured her looking at him with absolute loathing and disdain. And then when she sees a camera, But my understanding, there is a huge problem going on with Netflix, which I'm afraid I've been told about by one of my Hollywood royalty connections, but I don't want to say too much about it.
So what did Lady Collin Campbell actually reveal? According to her latest insider scoop, there are growing, and yes, we're talking about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. She claims that, with sources close to the couple suggesting that tensions have reached an all-time high.
Because she's tried to do something and tried to get, and Netflix has blocked her from doing it. But if I go into it, it might give her an opportunity to retrieve the situation. So I don't want to give her the opportunity to retrieve the situation. But there are huge problems with Netflix. And that's also why she's gone back, I'm told. It's not, I mean, they're delighted to be apart, because really, to maintain the act to any great extent is very, very onerous for both of them. I mean, she's a better actress than he's an actor, because, I mean, his misery and his disinterest is just palpable. But I think it's not only that. I think she's trying to retrieve a certain situation unsuccessfully, it has to be said. She's not going to be able to retrieve it. But I don't want to say more than that, Dan. I'm sorry to be so mysterious, but if I so love H, and I love nothing more than letting him run around the palace saying, "I love PJs."
And what do you make of the fact that they are now so desperate, Lady C, to prove that their love is so strong? They're having to call up Hello magazine, which has become their new favourite, to literally reveal their Valentine's Day gift, even where it's come from. So apparently it's a pair of earrings from one of her favourite Californian-based jewelers, Maya Brenner. It was the same place where he purchased the earrings from last year, and the brand has even confirmed to Hello that he spent £3,240. This is so tacky, isn't it?
Lady C has been following this situation for a while, and her latest comments hint that, but is there any truth to these claims? Let's break it down. Prince Harry's alleged struggles. We all know that Prince Harry has been looking. From his distant body language to his recent solo appearances, it's clear something isn't right.
Yeah, but it's also marching. It's tacky, it's marching, it's commercial, it's, you can depend on it. If they are doing that, he did not cough up 3,000 or whatever pounds. How these things work is you either get them for cost or you get them for nothing. And I don't, so it's they are a commercial enterprise, and Valentine's Day is just another opportunity to push commercially. But also, Meghan's taste in jewelry, I have to tell you, is so itsy bitsy. I mean, it's very, very jean fille, and she's not a teenager. She's not a young girl. She's a middle-aged woman, but she has all these itsy bitsy little pieces of jewelry trailing all about the place, as if she's 15 years old. But I suppose since they're most likely getting kickbacks in one way or the other, it makes sense, because they're saying that he bought it, not only did he most likely not buy it, but they most likely paid them to say that it was bought. I mean, Dan, that's how this sort of thing works.
Oh, of course. But the thing that I just find hilarious, Lady C, is they know what a disaster the week has been. Their staff are desperately trying to find a way to turn things around. So they've even made Harry give this interview to People magazine, where he gushed about how special it was to have Meghan by his side. He said, "I love that she is by my side," but then he had to take a day off to unwind. He's also obviously speaking about the children, which we'll come to later. But this is not normal, is it, for Harry to now have to try and convince People magazine that everything's okay?
Lady Collins suggests that Harry may be in a situation that's spiralling out of his control. Some reports claim that while others say he's realizing that his new life in California. Could this be the beginning of a major royal fallout? Let me know what you think in the comments. Meghan's next move.
But their brand depends on it. It's a commercial enterprise, but I was told that she went to some considerable lengths to try to reel him back in, because he's been making sounds about wanting to leave her. And I mean, I've gathered that in the what I think it's called legacy media or whatever, they've been saying in the last few days, but I said this a week or two ago on my show, that I was told that you know, he's been overheard telling her he wants to leave. And also he told her that, I think that, I can't remember exactly how it was put to me, but along the lines of, and Trump's right about you, you are horrible.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe he's finally realized, but as you say, it's very up and down. He's very hot and cold. What I think is undeniable, Lady C, is that he is very frustrated by her new incarnation as an influencer. He hates her filming everything. And there were times when he was visibly frustrated.
Well, it's akin to an Orthodox priest married to a prostitute. I mean, the whole thing is so bizarre and incompatible. Everybody knows that Harry basically doesn't like the press. Harry basically, and quite rightly, doesn't want his life to be a Truman show. I mean, that's what he said, and I have no doubt that he's absolutely sincere in that regard. And Meghan has turned their life into a down market version of the Truman Show. And, you know, the whole business of now posting everything on Instagram, it's...
If a divorce were to happen, what would Meghan do next? Some royal insiders believe she has, focusing on career moves, brand deals, and even a possible political future. Lady C hints that Meghan, securing financial independence and ensuring she remains in the public eye.
I mean, it's so tacky, Dan. I mean, you know that there's a level in the world that, I'm trying to be delicate about this, exists way beyond and above anything to do with the media. And that in that world, publicity is regarded as something to be tolerated at best and used when necessary, but thereafter completely avoided. And she is the absolute opposite. I mean, I get why he finds it so distasteful. I'd find it distasteful as well.
Oh my God, yeah. And I mean, he couldn't take a moment. Plus, he knows there's a real irony in the fact that he is constantly campaigning to protect his privacy when he now has a wife who is absolutely hell-bent on revealing all of their most private moments. And the only reason she went back to Instagram, Lady C, is because everything else has failed, including American Riviera Orchard, which was meant to be the big launch, but now has been almost just placed in the too hard basket, as I put it. But look, Revealing the Narc has been doing some really good work, actually, finding some of the moments that show how troubled things are. And I wanted to show you this post and then the video connected to it, Lady C. So they wrote, best friends don't just have your back, they take the middle chair. The perfectly timed interception, exaggerated PDA blocked. And you will see in this video, the man literally runs to sit in the middle of Harry and Meghan so that they do not, or so that Harry doesn't have to put up with another PDA.
Could this be her, or is there more to the story? The royal family's reaction. So how does the rest of the royal family feel about all of this? Reports suggest that some believe that for the monarchy, while others think it could cause even more tension.
And she doesn't want it. You can see she doesn't want it, Lady C. So it's fascinating, isn't it?
Well, she obviously has never heard the expression, a man convinced against his will is of the same conviction still. She's trying to convince the world that everything is honky-dory in the marriage and that she loves him, except, of course, when the cameras are off and she shows her loathing and disdain, and that he loves her so much that she has, I mean, I was told that she was overheard saying to him, big smiles, big smiles, big smiles. Because he's not playing the role the way she requires him to play it. But I also was told that she has reeled him back in to the extent that it's capable of reeling him in at the moment. And what's really ominous from her point of view is that she's not reeled him in the way with the totality that she used to be able to reel him in. I mean, you can see she's losing control, absolute control over him. I mean, she's still obviously intimidating him, but she's lost the ability to entrance and have total control over him.
Lady Collin also hints that about how to handle the fallout if things go south. But will the royal family step in, or will they let Harry figure things out on his own? What happens next? So, is Prince Harry, and will this shocking royal divorce scandal actually happen? One thing is for sure, and we'll be keeping a close eye on the drama. What do you think? Is a royal split inevitable? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And before you go, so you never miss an update on the latest royal news. See you in the next video.